Welcome to Retrobot, the YouTube channel where we feed a friendly space robot a diet of pure nostalgia. Okay, for the record, Warbitron is not a friendly space robot. He is from space, and he is a robot, but he is, well, you get the rest. But this live stream has nothing to do with Warbitron, even though Warbitron is really, really cool. And hey, I just saw somebody jump into the chat. Luigi Bros Sucks Sat Life. Oh wow, that's a long name. Can I just call you Luigi Bros Sucks? Anyway, hello, welcome to this impromptu live stream. This was completely unplanned because I just ordered, well, not just, I ordered some knockoff Combiner Wars toys from AliExpress. And for those people who don't know, AliExpress is a website from which you can buy all sorts of stuff directly from manufacturers in China. And you can get clothes, you can get electronics, you can get toys. And of course, the toys are very similar to a lot of name brand toys that are available here in the United States, except that you can get them for a fraction of the retail price. Of course, the caveat is that you never know quite what you're getting. Sometimes it's exactly what it shows and it's great. Sometimes it's big, sometimes it's small, sometimes it's broken, sometimes it's missing pieces. You know, it's you're kind of rolling the dice. Luigi Bros Sucks says that would be very accurate. So thank you, Luigi Bros Sucks. I appreciate you giving me an out on your name. I ordered that Abominus, well, the knockoff version of Power of the Primes Abominus, several weeks ago. Not because I don't already have one, because I do, but I would like to do a kit bash project and try to create my own Monstructor, since Hasbro hasn't made a Combiner Wars style version of Monstructor. At least not yet. We are getting the Seacons, presumably soon, but we haven't seen a Monstructor, and I don't know if they're going to make one or not, so I just decided, well, I'd like to make my own. But of course, buying original Transformers, especially ones that are no longer on the shelves, can get really, really pricey. And so going to a site like AliExpress, it gives me a very, very economical alternative, especially if I'm going to be tearing these toys apart and cutting into them and gluing things. And if something goes catastrophically wrong, one of my figures will cost $8 to replace rather than $20. So I just got this box today, and it comes in this thing. I was afraid that I was getting like some kind of hazardous biological waste or something, but no, this is the shipping crate that it came in, and everything was wrapped in bubble wrap. I have removed the bubble wrap, but that's pretty much it. So we've got some instruction sheets, at least a few. So we got those. So we got 3 instruction sheets, and we also got combiner parts and some weapons. So so this is cool. This is the sword that that came with Nemesis Prime, and I want to say that it was part of another set that Hasbro reused for Nemesis Prime, but I think that the bird's name is Giza, and so that's really cool. It has this bird mode, and I called it a sword because it transforms into a sword, and so that's pretty cool. And my cat has decided that he wants to get on my lap. So hello, Wesley. Would you like to get on my lap? There we go. Yeah, good kitty. kitty wants to be on my lap. That's nice. See, Wesley's a sweetie. All right, so we got an unexpected sword. That's really, really cool. I don't know if this is any... It looks like it's larger than the one that came with Nemesis Prime, but I can't be 100% sure. And then we've got a couple guns. Looks like two of the same gun. So that's no problem. And then we've got two combiner, some Power of the Primes style fists, and these are big. They are bigger than here. So here's a normal one, and then you can see that this is substantially bigger, and that is what's... You're gonna see if that's a theme. And then we've got 1 foot. I'm disappointed that I only have 1 foot. You know, I can try to contact the seller and see if I can get another foot. I don't think I'm going to be getting another foot. But, you know, it's a big foot, so that's good. And, oh, wait, here I feel something else. Oh, we have 1 more of those guns. So now we have three of these guns. They are all the same gun. So that's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Wonder which one... I don't know which one's gun it is, but I guess that's all right. So Luigi Brews Sucks asks that this is kind of a sponsor. This is not sponsored. So far, I don't have any sponsors. Doesn't mean that I'm opposed to sponsors, but no, this is not a sponsored video. AliExpress is not giving me stuff. They are not paying me. I'm not getting compensated in any way for doing this video. I'm doing this because I got this thing and I thought, you know what, there's probably people out there who have seen some of these things online and wondered, if I order, what do I actually get anything? And if so, what do I get? You know, is it legit? Is it not legit? You know, what are the risks? And so I thought I'd just start up the camera and let you and any other viewers see what my experience is ordering from AliExpress. So, going back over to the other camera, we have the box and we have combiner guys, and these guys, this is what really made me decide that I needed to do this video, because I pulled this guy out and I thought, he looks big. He looks significantly big. And so let me put hunger aside here, and so I just happen to have an extra ripper snapper here, and so you can see the original Power of the Primes version of ripper snapper for comparison's sake. And so there you go. Now I will say that other than the size, these guys look like twins. I mean, the quality on this is really, really impressive. In fact, I noticed that these feet down here are actual metal. That is die-cast metal. That is not plastic. I'm amazed. I haven't seen die-cast metal on a transforming robot toy. Well, okay, admittedly, there's some die-cast metal on this Machine Robo version of Buggyman, and so he's pretty cool also, but this video is not about him. So yeah, so we've got die-cast metal on here. I think that the arms up here are also die-cast metal. That's fantastic. And the detail and the colors really looks great. Look at the silver on here. He really does look awesome. Now, of course, the test of any transformer... Oh, hey, Joy is here! So, hello, Joy. we're sort of unboxing and seeing what my AliExpress Abominus Terracon guys are like, and I just pulled out Ripper Snapper, and he's larger than the original, which I did not expect. Larger is not bad, but it is unexpected. So let's go ahead and I'm not gonna go through the transforms and everything of all of these guys, but I do want to turn Ripper Snapper into his alt mode just so that we can see how good the engineering is. That should give us an idea. Oh, and Luigi Bros Sucks came back. Welcome back, Luigi Bros Sucks. So here we go. We're just going through the motions here. He transforms exactly like his smaller counterpart. It's that transform scheme that if you've got any of the Combiner Wars Terracons or the Dinobots, or a lot of these guys, even the aerial bots, have a very similar transformation scheme where you open up the legs and then the thighs are on a double hinge that allows them to collapse inside the lower leg, and then everything goes together like this. And of course we've got the tail, so we gotta line that up. Guess I should have done that before I snapped everything together. There we go. And the other thing that we'll do is pivot at the waist. There we go. Look at that. And I have to say that his transform is spot on. Yeah, look at that. Oh, everything clicks really nice. Nice and tight. Now, I am noticing that the legs kind of there's a little bit of a gap there that you can see where they don't quite want to close. At least they don't want to stay closed 100%, whereas with the original Ripper Snapper, his legs close perfectly, but the joints are tight. Everything fits together. Like, I would say that the fit on all the pieces is like 96% rather than a full 100%. The smaller one is the Hasbro version, Takara version. Well, I guess this is the Hasbro one. I don't have the Takara one. Is definitely 100%. And oh, Rob S is here. Hello, Rob. Welcome. And yeah, isn't that a heck of a username? However, Luigi Bros Sucks has allowed me to shorten it to Luigi Bros Sucks, so that makes it a little bit easier. So this is Ripper Snapper in his monster mode, and he still has all of the articulation of the original, all of the paint detail, and all of the transform features of the original. So that bodes pretty well for this set, although I am missing a foot. So let's take a look. We've got Hunger, or are we allowed to call him Hunger if he's not the Hasbro version? Because I have a funny feeling that the manufacturers that I got these from have not gotten permission to use these likenesses. Now, maybe that's why they're oversized. Maybe there's some kind of legal loophole where they can get away with using this engineering but resizing it so that it's not a straight up copy. I don't know how stuff like that works, but certainly. I'm getting a message. His name is Hangry. Okay. Yes, this is Hangry. Now, are you going to come up with names for the rest of the guys? Because this one is Ripper Snapper. So yeah, we've got hunger. And once again, I'm feeling around for the cold touch of metal. Oh, wait. Yeah, the chest. Chest is die-cast metal. Starhound! Hey, welcome! Thank you for dropping by. I just received a shipment of oversized Terracons from AliExpress, and I'm just showing them off. So, oh, okay, so we're going to call this one Whipper Slapper. So, Sinner Twin, Blot, and Cutthroat. And so yeah, I was just pulling out Hunger, or well, Hangry. We're calling him Hangry since he is not the official Hasbro version. So, okay, so Starhound. These are AliExpress knockoff versions of Power of the Primes Abominus. And much to my surprise, they are a lot larger than the originals. To give you some idea, this is Whipper Slapper, and this is his Power of the Primes counterpart. So you can see that, I guess I should extend him so that you can see the difference of the size. There we go. So now you can see that the one that I got from AliExpress is substantially larger, and I'm finding die-cast metal on the parts. So that's pretty cool. Let's take a look here. We've got Blot, or what I'm having. Monica's coming up with new names for all these guys. So we'll find out what Blot's new name is. Oh, okay, we've got. So, this is Blunt now. Okay, his name is Blunt. I'll just let you get the reference on your own. I don't have to go any further with that. And then we've got Coat Check, which is that's a stroke of brilliance right there. So, yeah, Coat Check. Coat Check looks great. And we've got Sizzle Spins. Wait, no, I've got a better one. Sit and Spin. When I was growing up, that was the preferred vomit toy. It was like a large Lazy Susan that you put your toddler on, and it had a handle, and then the toddler spins them around in circles and then throw up. So, why would anyone buy that? Like, everyone I knew when I was a kid had one of those. I had one of those, and I hated it. I hated it. So, yeah, this is Sit and Spin. And by the way, Starhound, yes, let's go ahead and go to the internet view. I'm just going to show you AliExpress's website so that you can see if you put in Combiner Wars, or you can even try Combiner Robot Toys. I've used that as a search, but they have tons. Here, let me just get rid of the Abominus qualifier. But you look at these, and they have tons and tons of Combiner Transformer knockoffs here. Pretty much everyone that they've come out with so far, you can get a version. And then they've also knocked off a bunch of the third-party versions as well. So, like, you can see Combiner Wars Devastator right here. And then you can see this one, which I think is a version of Green Giant. And this looks like Warbatron, the one that I've got right behind me. So, yeah, there's all sorts of these, what I'm guessing are completely unlicensed versions of toys. And I kind of have mixed feelings about this, because on one hand, especially when it comes to the third-party stuff, I can't imagine that these third-party companies have huge budgets, and that, like, if they go to the expense of creating Warbitron, and they're originally selling them for $300 to $500, then AliExpress comes along and copies the engineering and makes their own version that you can get for less than $100. That kind of sucks. It kind of sucks. On the other hand, I can't afford to buy a $500 version of Warbitron, or, you know, $350 or whatever it was originally. I got this one from Big Bad Toy Store. It is the official version, but it was on super sale for what, about 100, 120, something like that. About 120. I can afford to splurge and spend $120 on a discounted but legitimate version of Warbitron. But if it didn't go on sale, then I just wouldn't be able to buy it. So if I end up getting the AliExpress version, then are they really losing a sale if I was never going to be able to buy their version? I don't. Yeah, it's sticky. It's sticky and it's uncomfortable, and I don't like it. But what I will say is that I don't have qualms about buying Abominus here, because for one thing, I can't buy these anymore from Hasbro, and I already bought him. Okay, I already bought the whole set. In fact, I actually got an extra one of Ripper Snapper because I saw him at my local my local vintage toy store for, what was he, like $10, $15, something like that. And it's like, well, you know what, if I'm planning on kit bashing, maybe I can use one, and if not, this toy is great. So I've got two of him. So I have invested. Hasbro has already gotten my money, and they will get more of my money. And thank you for that. So and especially if it's if I'm buying them with the intent of kit bashing them and turning them into something else, then, you know, nobody else is losing a sale on that, because I'm simply, there's only so much that I'm going to invest in stuff that I plan to cut up. So, Rob S says, sit and spin. That's a heck of a pull. Yes, it was. And Rob S also asks if AliExpress was the site that had the Donald, Daisy, Mickey butt tissue dispensers. Yes, they did. They sure as heck did. Probably still do. I'm not going to search for them, but I bet that you can find them. So let's go ahead and, you know, all of these guys, what I can say about these is that the quality overall seems really, really nice. They look great. The colors are great. The paint detail is excellent. And the fact that there are metal parts on these guys just blows me away. I really didn't expect that, and I am amazed. So in that sense, these things are just fantastic. Let me see if there's anything else in this box. Oh, there is. Okay, wait here. Okay, so we've got some stickers. I think that those are leg stickers for Hangry. So here, let's move this out of the way. Yeah, you can see that Hangry doesn't have his leg stickers. So that's what these are. And then, look at that! I've gotten several sheets of Decepticon symbols. So that's awesome. Of course, those will get used in all sorts of creative ways. So that's pretty cool. I'm guessing that they, for copyright reasons, they don't put these on the figures, and then they just throw some in the box. So that if you want your version of... what's Abominus's AliExpress name? She's working on it. So yeah, if that way for the AliExpress version of fill in the blank, they can't put these on. A lot of times with these third-party things, you'll see other insignias used that are similar but distinctly different than the actual Autobot and Decepticon logos. And okay, here we go. Obama Chungus. Oh gosh. Don't you wish Monica would get in front of the camera? She is so much more clever than I am. So, since we've got Obama Chungus, yeah, I'm gonna show you Blunt here so that you can see him. But honestly, he looks just like the smaller counterpart. Once again, he feels solid. I love that the joints are tight. I love the details. Now, he doesn't have his backpack thing. I noticed that he doesn't have his backpack thing, so they didn't include that extra piece. But honestly, that's a small sacrifice so far for what we're getting. And then, of course, we've got Coat Check. And Coat Check, again, he feels great. You know, whereas the original version is a little bit floppy, and some of his parts feel light and not very substantial. This version is dense and heavy, and again, he looks great. He just looks great. But of course, we want to see these guys put together. We want to see Obama Chungus. And so I'm going to transform them because that's really the test. That's where you know if you have gotten your combiner dollar. It's all about the combined mode. And sure, the robot modes are important, and the transforms are important, and the alt modes are important, but you can get away with sacrificing elements of all of those other things if you've got a really good combined mode. And that's something that I will talk about again when I talk about Warbitron here, because he has an amazing combined mode, and then there's other stuff. Some of it, a lot of it, very, very good, but some of it a little. So yeah, watch out for that. That'll be coming up in the upcoming, probably within the next week or so. So we're doing that. Starhound says, Monica, get in front of the camera, madam. And Joy says that you're awesome. And I agree with all of you, but she's not getting in front of the camera. There is one person in this family that gets in front of the camera, and it is yours truly. Well, no, there's also the cats. The cats will get in front of the camera. So let's go ahead, and we've got Coat Check here, and he becomes an arm. So we'll give him a very big combiner or Power of the Primes style fist. There we go. And we've got what was his name? Wait a minute here. Oh, Whipper Slapper. So let's turn him into a limb. It's important that he become a limb. I don't know why I'm over accentuating the M on limb, but I'm doing it and I'm standing by it. I think that because I am missing a foot, I am going to use one of my... Can I use this as a foot? Oh, I can't. That's right. It's not like the Combiner Wars things where it can become a foot. It can be added to the foot. Well, we'll see what we can do. Nonetheless, yeah, I'll put off adding the fist in case I can use it as a foot. We got blunt here. And let's see. Ooh. Okay, I have noticed an issue. That's interesting. So you see how the head is just not quite clearing. Let's do this. Let's try pivoting his head this way. Will that work? Maybe that'll work. You know what? Okay, so Blunt has lost his head. So a slight engineering issue with that one. Yeah, when you try and rotate around the combiner joint, he loses his head. So good to know. Valuable information. Rob S. says, between my tax refund, my refund from my debt consolidation program, and my promotion, I splurged and just dropped a few $100 on a bunch of Transformers, mostly from the War for Cybertron trilogy line. Rob, that is an excellent use of extra cash. Bravo, sir. I am very happy to hear that, and you know, based on who knows, based on what you find out about these AliExpress things, maybe you'll end up buying a masterpiece off of AliExpress or something. I don't know, but that's really cool. So there we go. Flip around. Let's see. Do his claws still transform the way that they did before? Ooh, okay. I have found another. Wait, no. The claws on Blunt still transform exactly as the original. So they didn't even... Yeah, a lot of times when you see knockoff versions of Transformers, a common thing for them to do is to consolidate what they consider to be superfluous parts. So you'll see them take, maybe only mold the front half of an arm, which these days Transformers only mold the front halves of the arms anyway, so that's not really a change. Or if there's something that's not absolutely necessary for the transform, or sometimes something that is, they'll just fuse parts together and make it one mold. But so far, I'm not seeing any of that with these Terracons, or whatever we're calling them. I think I'm going to rotate the waist. Yeah, there we go. Rotate the waist, and we'll give him his foot. And then we've got sit and spin here, and we're going to find out if he also... No, he's not going to have an issue with his head, because his head isn't part of the combiner peg. So that's... Oh, but there is... Okay, it's close. It rubs. So, yeah, there are... and also I've noticed that when I try to put his head, let's try rotating his head around. Go in there. Come on, go in there. Okay, so you do have to rotate the head around in order to fit it into the back, but it does fit. And then we've got the legs, which open just like this. And we're going to swivel at the waist and then close the legs, the lower legs around the upper legs, the thighs. That is the name for upper legs. It's thighs. I always did great in health class. I was good at naming arms and legs. There we go. And then we got this thing, which is kind of wonky. I'm just gonna leave it out. I'm not gonna fight it. And then we've got this, which I think is just going to go right in there. Maybe. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. So there's the little tab here and the little socket there. I'm trying to get them to line up. It's fighting me a little bit though. It's saying no, I don't wanna line up. That's not going to line up. So what I'm learning is that there are a few subtle engineering flaws. So far, nothing that breaks it. It's not like these, at least so far. Nothing too terrible. But I don't have a foot. I really wish I had a foot. I can put a gun in there. I'll give him a gun. How close will that be? What's that? I dug out the mini blaster that came with Masterpiece tracks. Oh, that's Rob. Oh, okay. So anybody who hasn't seen Rob S's Twitter, he just posted a picture of Rumble carrying the mini blaster that came with Masterpiece tracks. That's awesome. So you're essentially reenacting the commercial for Blaster. So, all right, that's pretty cool. And you're going to save some of your money. That's actually probably a better idea. But you know, it's good to enjoy some of your money. I don't advocate spending, just spending it as soon as you get it. But it is nice to be able to save some of it, or when I got money. I actually got money at one point in my life, and I used some of it to pay on my student loan, and then I had some that was in my bank account, and I was trying to save it, but I was noticing that every month the pile of money was just getting a little bit less and a little bit less. I was just constantly spending a little bit more than I had, and I knew that if I didn't do something, then in another year, I wouldn't have any of that money left, and I would have nothing to show for it. So that's when I bought a foreclosed house. And that I nicknamed it the mansion because it was not. It was a $9,000 house, and you can imagine what kind of a house you get for $9,000. But I spent several years fixing it up, and we lived there for several years, and then I was able to sell it at a tidy profit and move into a nicer house. So that's what we did. Now I know that Obama Chungus, his head is behind this panel, but it's really stuck. It's really stuck a lot. So let me see if I can do something to get at it here. I don't... Liquid wrench? Oh, is right there. Oh, okay, okay. Thank you. I don't think it's a liquid wrench issue, but sorry. Okay, so I got the head up. I'm gonna stick my finger through and maybe. Oh, he's biting me. He's biting me. There we go. Let's do this. I'm gonna push from the inside. There it is. Tight tolerances on Obamachungus. And here we'll spread out the sides of the chest. And there we go. And so there's the body. And I have always thought that Power the Primes Abominus has one of the nicest combiner bodies of any of the combiners that they did. And, you know, it is nice and solid. It looks the part. I really, really like it. And they've done an excellent job with it here. So let's just go ahead and we'll put them together. So big! And there we go. And hey honey, do you have a tape measure anywhere nearby? It wouldn't be bad to measure this guy and be able to say exactly how tall he stands. Oh, thank you, thank you. All right, so here we go. Moving these things out of the way. Moving this stuff out of the way. Moving this thing out of the way. And there we go. It's Obamachungus missing a foot. Did I mention that he's missing his foot? Because I'm not sure if I established that it only came with one foot. Okay, this... There. Okay. You can make it. You can do it. Yes! Yes! There we go. You know what? We can try that. So I have one of the upgrade feet that I got for actual Abominus, and the peg doesn't fit, but it'll at least prop him up. So there we go. Oh yeah, you know what? I didn't put the other hand on because I thought I might be able to use it as a foot, but there we go. So there he is in all of his glory, and with the exception of the foot issue, he looks really good, and he's so big. Let's just take a look here. So he's coming in at about 15 inches tall. Yeah. So we got about 15 inches tall on him. Now let's just go ahead and compare him to actual Abominus, who does have 2 feet. And Abominus, let's try and get him into focus. There we go. So Hasbro Abominus is about 13 inches if you go to the top of the shoulder there. So yeah, so Obamachunga, he has, or Obamachungus has several inches on Abominus. Looks great. Boy, I really wish it came with both feet. So yeah, here's original Abominus with his original parts. I wanted to kind of do an apples for apples comparison, so I didn't put on the upgrade kits. And then here is, whoops, and yeah, I just dropped a foot on my cat. He is not happy about that, but there he is. And I have to say, it was the fist. It was the fist that came off. It's pretty awesome. It is really, really awesome. It does have a few issues, and for the price, I'm still super, super happy with it. Now, do I recommend getting your Transformers from Alibaba instead of not Alibaba, AliExpress instead of the regular retailers? No, I don't think that AliExpress is a good alternative for buying either the official licensed versions or even the third-party versions that those companies work so hard to produce. So and I don't want people to think that I advocate buying stuff that is probably is in a very, very gray, probably a dark gray area of the law. But nonetheless, for my purposes, this is awesome. It's really, really cool. And to their credit, it's really well made. Yes, there are a few engineering issues here and there. They're minor issues. There's stuff that, as somebody who kit bashes all the time anyway, I can easily fix whatever's wrong with them. Yeah, I can even come up with a solution for the missing foot. I wish that it had both feet, though. Did I mention that I wish it had both feet? So, yeah, Obama Chungus from AliExpress, he's actually really, really cool. And I'm so excited. I've got a couple versions of Volcanicus coming also, because I needed creatures to build my Monstructor. So that's a project that's going to be coming up. I don't have any kind of time frame on when I'm going to officially start, but I will bring everyone along for the ride as I make those changes and try to recreate the combiner that I never got when I was a kid. And honestly, if I had, I probably would have been disappointed. So that's it. Thank you everyone for joining me for a completely unplanned, spontaneous live stream. And I hope that you enjoyed this and can look forward to more videos and short circuits things that are coming up through the week as we continue with our Masters of the Universe Origins videos. There's a couple more of those coming. And did that just happen? Oh, and I think that Scareglow, my review of Scareglow just went live. So when you're done watching this, maybe watch that. You don't have to, but if you do, that would be cool. So thank you so much. This is Clay Carlino with Obama Chungus telling you to keep it retro bot. Retro bot. Yes, because I've got lots of bots that are based off of retro stuff. So we call it retro bot because it's retro bot. And we like robots on this channel. And retro stuff. And retro robots.